All right, this is a different banjo than I had last time. The other one is that long. There's a whitehead. This is called a parlor banjo. Fewer number of frets is basically the difference. I've had this thing for 6 months, and quite frankly, I don't play it much. I don't know if saying I don't like it is the way to go. Make sure my hat's on straight. I haven't gotten used to it, that's for darn sure. It frets differently. On my longer one, a longer necked, I pinch off the string. There's probably a technical word for that, but I have no idea what it is. This one, can't do that or you really change the note. Hear that? So I have to do it where I can do it in the middle of between the frets. On my other one, I've got to do it right at the fret on this one. So getting used to it's probably better. It's Mother's Day. Well, by the time you get this, it won't be, but happy Mother's Day anyway. I'm sitting in a railway station, got a ticket for my destination. Oh, on a tour, a one-night stand, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band, and I'm homeward bound. Oh, I wish I was homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day's an endless stream, cigarettes and magazines, and each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories, and every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was. This is the warm-up song. Homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. Well, tonight I'll sing my songs again, play the game and pretend, but all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness in harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me, silently for me. I do this without totally screwing up here. We got one that's headed sideways. See if I can do this. Read sideways. You're like reading Chinese. I'll be reading from right to left too. There's a new world somewhere they call the Promised Land, and I'll be there someday if you will hold my hand. And I still need you there beside me, no matter what I do. Well, that one didn't come out right, did it? For I know I'll never find another you. I'm concentrating too much on the banjo and not okay. There's a blizzard coming on. Oh, here's one I sing for my grandson. There he sits with a pen and a yellow pad. He's a handsome lad, and that's my boy. Well, PRLFQ spells mom and dad. Well, that ain't too bad, 'cause that's my boy. Well, you can have your TV and your nightclubs, and you can have your drive-in picture shows. Well, I'll sit here and drink a beer and listen to the radio, biding my time and watching Braddock grow. Well, making castles out of building blocks and a cardboard box, and that's my boy. Mickey Mouse says that it's 13 o'clock. That's quite a shock, but that's my boy. In 4 short years we've grown from rags to riches. What I did before then I don't know. Well, you can let it rain on my window pane, I got my own rainbow. And we're just sitting here and watching Braddock grow. Up on Papa's shoulders and off to bed, old sleepyhead, and that's my boy. Gotta have a drink and of water and a story read. An old teddy bear named Fred, and that's my boy. Well, what's that you say, Mama? Come on and keep your feet warm. Well, save me a place, I'll be there in a minute or so. I think I'll stay right here and say a little prayer before I go. 'Cause me and God are watching Scotty grow. Yeah, me and God are watching Braddock grow. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And now this is one of Braddock's favorite songs. Well, I've been working on the railroad. Oh, whoops, transposing. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. Well, I've been working on the railroad just to take the time away. Well, can't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Well, can't you hear the captain shouting, Dinah, blow your horn. Well, Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Well, Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Well, someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone in the kitchen I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on that old banjo and saying fee-fi, fiddly-I-O, fee-fi, fiddly-I-O, fee-fi, fiddly-I-O, strumming on that old banjo. Just don't like the sound of the banjo. I'm sure Mike and Julie and Jane and Dan would all say that they had an instrument at some time that they just it didn't click. I'm in the Christmas songs here. One of the Halloween songs. Remember Garrison Keillor singing this one. See if I want to do it in this. Did you ever see the hearse go by and thought you'd be the next to die? They wrap you up in bloody sheets, lower you down about 80 feet. Well, the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, in your ear and out your mouth. A little worm that isn't so shy, he crawls in your ear and out your eye. Okay. That's Halloween. You're cheating heart on you. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around, you'll call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Well, I'll do the next one with my other banjo. It's inside. Yep, I'm in the man cave. I don't know if you can see behind all the paraphernalia. That clock, not the highest one, but the one down from that, that's a Ford Motor Company. I bought that in Dearborn when I took the old pickup, my first 29 pickup. I was one of 1,600 people that that were allowed to bring their vehicles to Ford Motor Company's 100th anniversary back in 2003. Here's a Tom T. Hall. "How old do you think I am?" he said. I said, "I didn't know." He said, "I turned 65 about 11 months ago. I was sitting in Miami, pouring blended whiskey down, when this old gray black gentleman was cleaning up the lounge. There wasn't anyone around except this old man and me. The guy who tended bar was watching Ironsides on TV. Uninvited, he sat down and opened up his mind on old dogs and children and watermelon wine. Have you ever had a drink of watermelon wine?" he asked. Well, he told me all about it, though I never answered back. There ain't three things in this old life that's worth a solitary dime, and that's old dogs and children and watermelon wine. He said, "Women folk think about themselves when their men folk aren't around, and friends are hard to find when they discover that you're down." He said, "I tried it all when I was young and in my prime. Now it's old dogs and children and watermelon wine." He said, "Old dogs, they care about you even when you make mistakes. God bless the little children while they're still too young to hate." As he moved away, I got my pen and copied down the line on old dogs and children and watermelon wine. Well, I had to catch a plane up to Atlanta that next day. As I left for my room, I saw him picking up my change. That night I dreamed in peaceful sleep of shady summertime, of old dogs and children and watermelon wine. Ooh. I don't know if I'll try and do this one. Well, I'll try this one. Okay, so gentleman by the name of Mel McDaniel wrote this song. Oh, good Lord, back in the 70s. And it never made a single. John Denver did it on an album, and I changed the words a little bit. I've always thought if I had one wish to come true, I would like to have a time machine. The first person I would like to meet is Abraham Lincoln, because I think Abe Lincoln had a great deal of influence on my life. Great deal. The second one would be Pop. Dale Alexander, my grandfather, Mom's dad. So I traveled back in time, and instead of dying when I was 9 months old, I'm 10 now, and Pop and I are in a bus. January back in 62, we were a Greyhound bus through that Illinois midnight. Pop, he was sleeping, and the winter sky was gray. We hit a bump, his head jerked back a little, and he mumbled something. He woke up smiling, but his eyes were bright with tears. He said, I dreamed I was back on the farm. 20 years have passed, Dave, but the memories still warm me. Wildflowers in a mason jar. Wildflowers in a mason jar. When he told me those old stories about that one-room schoolhouse in Whiteheath, smell of rain, the feel of warm earth in his hands. He slowly turned and he stared outside. His face was mirrored in the window, and his reflection grew across the moonlit land. And he dreamed he was back on the farm. He tilts his head and listens to the early sounds of morn. The wildflowers in a mason jar. Wildflowers in a mason jar. An old man and this 10-year-old boy rolling down that midnight highway. Warm Illinois memories on a frosty winter night. I started drifting off, and Pop, he tucked his coat in around me. Think I tried to smile as I slowly closed my eyes, and I dreamed I was with him on the farm. Hey Pop, I can hear the evening wind out in the tall corn. Wildflowers in a mason jar. Wildflowers in a mason jar. And that bus rolled through the night. Boy, well, I think because I'm not happy with this banjo, I'm going to leave it there. But I'll send you more until you tell me not to. Greetings from 6,000 feet above sea level at the base of America's mountain, Pikes Peak.